about TJ's stance on immigration. And then he started coming around and he says, you know, I'm going to go vote right now. I'm only going to vote for TJ.
Wow.
Oh, that
And
was
so he got off the phone. And I said, do you know where your polling place is? And it was on the screen. And he says, oh, I know where it's at. It's not far from my home. I'm going to go down. He says, if I don't have to vote for anything else on the ballot and I can just vote for him, I'll vote for him.
That was
So,
good.
That's great.
That made me feel good that maybe he did go down, because he got off the phone pretty quick. And
I bet
related-
you voted,
You
Renee.
did your best.
You could
at least maybe I got one extra vote for TJ. I'm hoping.
Right. Yes, you did your part.
There was another volunteer on our call right before we all hopped off, and the guy lived in Early Mart and had lost his mail-in ballot and didn't have another one, and he lived in an unincorporated area, so he didn't have an in-person polling place, and so he was trying to run and get a provisional ballot and try to vote in person. And so there were like 11 minutes.
I don't
and
need to
he
be
was
really
12
loud when
minutes
I'm
away from
talking,
the
do I?
closest.
Okay. What's that? The kids.
Like, please.
I know.
Okay, do you know how to do it?
All right.
You're on.
Good evening, everyone. It's
Good
Congressman
evening.
TJ Cox. It is so great to be here with you all for what is perhaps the most consequential election of our lifetimes. Yep. And first, I want to start with just a moment to remember, the 230,000 American lives lost in this crisis. And I also want to, recognize the families who've gone through so much suffering and strife. My heart goes out to you. And my promise to you is that we are going to end this pandemic. I also want to thank you so much to all the frontline workers who are keeping us safe and healthy each and every day. They're working day in and day out, especially the farm workers right here in the Central Valley. Thank you to everyone for doing your part to stay safe so we can finally put an end to this virus. And let's all remember, wearing a mask doesn't limit our freedom. It's what's going to give us our freedom.
Mhm.
I miss meeting with each and every one of you in person. It's absolutely one of my most favorite things. But what's most important is to keep each other safe and healthy. And once it's all safe, we'll look forward and we'll look ahead to what we can accomplish together. Now, I wouldn't be here tonight as a current representative from California's 21st District, but for my North Star, my wife, Dr. Kathy Murphy. And the best thing I can say about myself is that I'm married to her. It was Kathy's passion for helping kids in need that led her to work at Valley Children's Hospital, where she treats the sickest of the sick kids and making sure kids here in the Valley get world-class medical care. I'm just so proud of her. Thanks to my kids, Molly, Joe, Tom, and Jack. You've been strong while I've been away for much of the past 2 years. It isn't easy being a young person right now, but I'm so proud of you and all of your friends and how you are coping with this crisis. You're taking things in stride. And while she can't be here tonight, my mom, Lola, she's watching from home. An immigrant from the Philippines, my mom never let anyone limit her potential. She spent her career in public service, working to enforce equal opportunity laws for everyone. And I want to thank her for instilling in me the values of hard work and fighting for what's right. Thank you so much to all of our volunteers. I am humbled by all of your efforts for the people of our district. And the fact is, 2 years ago, nobody thought I'd be here running for re-election. The press certainly didn't, but we simply outworked and out-organized the Republicans. We met their unlimited piles of corporate PAC cash and dark money with people power, with your power, and we won. Our campaign is built by hardworking community leaders, activists, volunteers, and dedicated supporters throughout the Central Valley. Since day one, you've been with us to ensure that the truth is heard over lies, light overcomes the darkness, and hope defeats fear. We wouldn't have won our last election, nor would we on our way to achieving my re-election without your unwavering support and commitment to this campaign. Together, our staff, volunteers, and supporters, we're united by our shared dreams for our kids and for our nation. We believe in expanding healthcare, protecting those with pre-existing conditions, lowering the cost of prescription drugs, and building on the Affordable Care Act. We know everyone deserves quality, affordable healthcare. We believe everyone has a right to clean, fresh drinking water. And we know we can have a reliable and resilient water supply for our families and our fields. We believe that Congress can work for the people and that public service is honorable. And our job is to get our young people involved in being the change they want to see in their own communities. And we all know we can't turn the corner on this pandemic until our government gives us a reason to trust it. I ran to be your representative, to put people first. You put your trust in me, which is an honor. It's certainly something to be proud of, but it's an even greater responsibility. For the people of the Valley, I've secured the largest allocation for Western water infrastructure in 50 years. I passed a drinking water bill to get clean, reliable water to the taps in communities like Parler and Delano, and another bill to fix the Frank Kern Canal. I helped pass a bill to expand and protect the Affordable Care Act and to protect people with pre-existing conditions. And finally, after 30 years of gridlock, we passed the DREAM Act and an ag labor bill that would legalize many thousands of Central Valley farm workers who enrich our communities and put food on tables around the world. As a freshman in Congress, two things really surprised me. One, there's so much you can do, and so many ways you can use your platform as a member of Congress to make a positive difference in the lives of the people you represent. And the second, there's so much that hasn't been done. Communities haven't been heard. Voices have been silenced. Our most basic needs haven't been met. But I'll tell you what, I hear you. Your priorities are my priorities. I never forget that I work for you. Now I'll work with anyone and everyone to ensure you and your family have the opportunity you deserve. During this election, reaching out to voters was tougher than ever. But we managed to get to today because of supporters like you. You know, we tried very many number of innovative things in our campaign. We reinvented voter contact in order to keep everyone safe during the COVID-19 crisis. In place of traditional widespread door-to-door canvassing, we reached thousands of voters over by phone, by text, online, and via mail. Thank you again to my staff, our nearly 2,000 volunteers, and 31,000 donors who helped us reach voters where they are. But our job's not done. There's still a lot of work to do, because even by the end of tonight, not every voice will have been heard. And tonight, I'm asking for your help in making sure every voice is heard. Even though Election Day is almost over, we will still need volunteers to ensure every single voice is counted. Please visit tjcoxforcongress.com/volunteer to find out how you can help us fight until the very end. We need your time. We also need your investment in order to keep fighting this fight. I need to keep paying staff to track down every ballot that's been rejected by counties. And your help will make sure families get the representation they deserve. We have a recount fund open for supporters to give towards these efforts. So I'm asking all of our grassroots donors, everyone who's given before, to chip in again, $5, $10, whatever you can, so we can have the resources to make sure every ballot is counted so we can win again. Go to tjcoxforcongress.com/recount and please give what you can right now. Tonight, I'm so honored to have the support as we continue to fight. I look forward to watching these returns with you. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you once again. I'm proud to be your congressman in the 21st Congressional District of California. That.
Woo!
All right. Is it that time of night when I can give some real heartfelt remarks regardless to everyone here? And certainly the ballots have closed. I think we're going to be
Well, thanks for coming, everyone. I think they're probably getting back online any second, but I hope everyone's feeling good. I see a lot of familiar faces that have been doing really incredible volunteer work with us for the last, few months or maybe even longer. I know some of you have been with us since 2018, so I just want to say thank you so much for everything. It's been such an honor to work with all of you, and I'm very grateful that we have such a lovely and talented group of volunteers. So thanks.
Thank you.
I'm Jenna.
So it's a good night. All right.
It was a great night. Real quick, I just want to report how many calls we made today. So it was really, really, really impressive. We made about 95,000 calls to voters today alone, and we had some really, really great results. This doesn't even cover the full spectrum because we still are looking at some numbers, but we talked to 951 people, and we got 786 people to pledge support for TJ. So of course that's only including our dialer numbers too, so we're probably closer to the 1,000 mark. So thank you everyone for all your tremendous work. We couldn't have done it with each and every one of you, so pat yourselves on the back. Thank you so much for helping us, and like Jenna said, we're so grateful to everyone who's been on this ride this year and last year and the years before that too. So thank you to all of you.
Thank you too.
And as our field director pointed out a few minutes ago in our group chat, you can watch CA21's results come in live on Google. We still do not have a count from Kern County, which is TJ's biggest portion. So hang out and wait for that. But it should be an exciting district to watch over the next bit of time. But thank you guys for everything you did.